Hello, good day to you, and welcome again to Computer Science Tutorial Blog right here on YouTube. Alright, it's an exciting time again to learn. I hope you saw a video on 10 popular English words. If you have not, do well to check it out. It's on our page and enjoy yourself. There are lots of vital pieces of information just there for you. Okay? Now today's edition on learning the use of English with Mr. Tekno of Computer Science Tutorial, we'll be looking at 20 exciting English idioms. Okay? Now firstly, what are idioms? Idioms, simply put, are figurative expressions. They are statements that do not possess surface meanings. Okay? Idioms are known to have hidden meanings that are beyond the literal meaning of their component words. For example, a slap in the face does not necessarily mean a slap in the face. Okay? It's figurative for an insult or an affrontation, as the case may be. Okay? So today we'll be looking at lots of exciting idioms, 20 as it were. Wow, it's going to be a long ride. Don't go anywhere. So we're going to take the first 10 and let's see how much we can remember. Okay? Now on spot number 1, we have what is called to be a man of letters. Now if you follow my definition of idioms, how that they don't possess surface meanings, then you know at this point that there is a meaning beyond what you think. Okay? An ordinary mind would say that, okay, a man of letters is one who can recite the English alphabet. That's hilarious. Alright? But on the contrary, as an idiom, a man of letters is simply a scholar. Any person that is intelligent, smart, and erudite, scholastic, is a man of letters. Okay? On spot number 2, we have to cross the Rubicon. Now that idiom simply means to reach a point of no return. Have you ever arrived at a point where you said, there's no going back for me? Well, congratulations, you just crossed the Rubicon. Okay? It also means to reach a point where you become irrevocably committed to a task or to anything. On spot number 3, we have to skate on thin ice. Now, looking at that idiom from the way it sounds, you should get an insight as to a bad meaning. Yeah, you're right. To skate on thin ice simply means to endanger yourself, unnecessary risk taking. Okay? So unnecessary risk taking is called to skate on thin ice. Number 4, a flash in the pan. It has a variety of meanings depending on which you intend to convey in a communication or conversation. The first meaning of a flash in the pan is a success that is short-lived. It doesn't last long. Alright? The second meaning of a flash in the pan is something considered worthless. The third meaning of a flash in the pan is a sudden effort you put into something, but it yields nothing. Alright, some folks will say a will-o'-the-wisp. That is a vain pursuit. Alright? Now we have on spot number 5, to kiss a blind stone. Have you ever met folks who are very good with convincing or persuading people? Well, congratulations. Such folks kissed the blind stone. It means they have a persuasive tongue. They are able to persuade others to cajole. On spot number 6, we have a clarion call. Now, a clarion call simply means an invitation or a request to something that should be done. Alright? So, if I live in a community where children are being killed, for example, and then I probably do something to draw the attention of the government or well-meaning individuals who can come to our aid, that singular act in itself is a clarion call. Okay? Now we have spot number 7. To be in the know of something. It simply means you are aware of something, usually something that is not known by many persons. It's known by few. Okay? So when you want to mean that you are aware of a piece of information, I beg your pardon, that most persons are not privy to, in that case, you are in the know of that thing. Okay? A 9 days wonder, a short-lived wonder, doesn't last long. Alright? It gets exciting at first, then suddenly everybody just goes bored and tired, and the whole tree just wears off. That's a 9 days wonder. A fly in the ointment is simply any person or thing that spoils fun. Right? When you say something that kills the joy of others, it's a fly in the ointment. When you come into a place and suddenly everybody loses their happiness, you are a fly in the ointment. Right? So it is anything or any person that ruins fun or excitement. Now we have an English word for this. Such a person is called a killjoy. Alright? It's preferable to use killjoy instead of saying a joy killer. You've learned something new. Alright? On spot number 10, we have the goose that lays the golden egg. Now, from the way it sounds, you should know it means something good. Okay? So, the goose that lays the golden egg simply is a person or thing that is a source of money for you. So if you are doing a business that is lucrative, that is profitable, and it gives you lots of cash or income, it is your goose that lays your golden egg. Alright? Now we've seen the first 10, so I would love you to run through them again. Make sure you didn't miss any at any point. And after this quick break, we'll be back shortly for the other 10. Remember, it is 20 exciting English idioms. I'm Mr. Tekno. I'll be back.
Dependable, dependable God. It doesn't matter what comes my way, you are still God.
Hello and welcome back. 20 exciting English idioms just for me. I believe you have committed the first 10 to memory, so we have another set on this part of the board. Let's get to meet them and know what they mean. So on spot number 11, we have an idiom which reads, too many chiefs and not enough Indians. That idiom simply means too many persons giving instructions and not enough people to carry them out. Okay, so we can say too many managers and not enough people to do the work. On spot number 12, we have to be full of beans. It simply means you are full of energy. I know what you were thinking, right? It means you are a lover of beans, but that's wrong. Remember, idioms do not possess surface meanings. They are liberative in expression. Alright? On spot number 13, to fire on all cylinders. It is used to describe a certain peak level of performance. That is when you have reached a certain point, the apex of your strength and your delivery capacity. You are said to fire on all cylinders. In a nutshell, we can say that to fire on all cylinders simply means to work energetically on a particular task you have in hand. On spot number 14, to draw the line at something. Okay, it simply means to set boundaries, to set a limit, or to refuse or reject doing a certain activity. For example, if I decide to quit smoking, it can be said that I have drawn the line at smoking. I hope you got that clear. Moving on. Number 15, we have a pair of words, hook, line, and sinker. Okay? Now, hook, line, and sinker simply means totally or completely. So if a person swallows a lie, for example, hook, line, and sinker, they swallowed it totally or completely. Another idiom that has same meaning as this is known as lock, stock, and barrel. So if you also swallow something lock, stock, and barrel, you did that completely, totally, or in whole. On spot number 16, we have to feel like a fish out of water. Okay, if you've ever observed or if you've ever been privileged to see a fish on land, you could tell how that the fish struggles. So in English grammar, when you feel like a fish out of water, it simply means you are uncomfortable, trying hard to cope, but it isn't working fine because you were never designed to survive such situations anyway. Like a fish, the obvious habitat should be in the water and not on land. You get it? On spot number 17, to be under the weather actually means that you are feeling quite unwell, to be sick. Alright? That is what we call to be under the weather. Number 18, to go under simply means you are gone bankrupt, you are gone broke, like most folks call it. You are penniless, you are poor, you are indigent, as the case may be. On spot number 19, to be above board is used to describe persons or things that are above suspicion. That is, they are honest, sincere, truthful. You cannot find any element of deception or treachery in such persons or things. For example, if a business agreement is above board, that business agreement or contract has no deception, no tricks, no fraudulent elements whatsoever. On spot number 20, the last, to sow your wild oats. It is used to describe young persons who behave irresponsibly, out of control, and usually engage in too many casual sexual relationships. So if as a young boy or girl, you are fond of engaging in casual sexual relationships, you are said to sow your wild oats. I believe you've learned something exciting today. 20 amazing English idioms just for you. Do not forget to subscribe to us, hit the like button, share with your friends and family, and don't forget, we are Covenant Science Tutorials and we're located in the heartbeat of the nation, the main city. Our address is at Aburime Street, Federal Road, where you have the Federal Government Girls College. As soon as you enter the road, you first bend to your right. That is where we are. We are strictly sciences. Alright? If you're going for courses like medicine, nursing, engineering, pharmacy, dentistry, biochemistry, microbiology, medical laboratory science, SLT, the science lab tech, and so on and so forth, then this is the place to be. I am Mr. Tekno. It was nice having you here today. See you some other time. Until then, know your English idioms. God bless you.